Welcome back to Fight Conversations. We are covering UFC in Brazil Fight Night. It's the only sports happening pretty much in the whole world right now due to this bullshit coronavirus. Not that it's bullshit, but we don't like it, right? Nobody likes this thing. We want it to get up out of our lives as fast as possible. We encourage everybody to do whatever it takes and to be responsible, to keep yourself safe. And we are about to see a good fight here tonight. Johnny Walker against Nikita Krylov. Big reach advantage for Johnny Walker in this one. Big time reach advantage. We're going to start up another watch party in Facebook. You know, if you're on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to Fight Conversations. We're probably going to have Trez Mala in here a little later. Right now, he's got a little issue with the Bambinos at home. He's got to take care of that. So, as always, big shout out to Trez Mala. He's the other half of Fight Conversations. It's always better when he's up in the room. Also, he's always got a good perspective on these things as well as some good commentary. He's a comedian. He's killing it out there. He is bookable. All his information is on Fight Conversations. So if you're looking for a comedian, get with Trez Mala. He's definitely doing his thing. We're starting up this watch party. We're starting it up. Let's get it going. We're sharing this to the group, Fight Conversations, Fight Talk 24/7. And this is where it's at, man. Let's get it going. All right, let's go. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Boom. Yo, Johnny Walker got clipped in his last fight. I think that was by Corey Anderson. Is that who clipped him? And that led to no, it wasn't Corey Anderson. It was Corey Anderson, I think. Somebody confirm that out there, Fight Family. Was it Corey Anderson that clipped him? I think Corey Anderson clipped Johnny Walker, which led to everybody thinking that he was going to fight John Jones next, right? That's the way it went. Who you guys got? All right, you got Walker. I got Walker too. Jesus, let's get it. What up? What up? Let's get it. Let's get it. Come on, Johnny. All right, we're all biased in this one. We've all got money on Walker. We want to see him come through. Oh, Superman downward punch from Walker, but Krylov grabs a hold of him and pushes him into the fence. A knee to the body by Krylov, but Johnny Walker has already changed position to have himself pushing Krylov up against the fence. Let's see what he can do from here. What do you got, Walker? You got knocked out in your last fight. You're in Brazil. There's no crowd here. Only Brazilian coaches. They're yelling at you. Instructions in Brazil. Knock this guy out, Walker. Let's go. Shots thrown by both guys. Nothing really landed. Krylov going for the double leg takedown. Stuffed by Walker. He's fighting it up against the fence. He's got the underhooks in. He's got both of them in. He's really in good position. His height advantage is helping him to maintain. He's not getting taken down. He pushes Krylov the other way against the fence. Couple of shots from Walker over the top. Man, this is a good fight. Let's get it. Let's get it. Couple of elbows. Come on, Walker. Keep fighting those hands. Don't let him take you down. Don't let him get that. All right. Left hand to the back of the neck. Pushes him down. Walker sits down. I don't know if that counts as a takedown. I don't know. But he's going to have to pop up from here. And he will. There he goes. Don't pop up into the double leg takedown, though. I would say hit him with a little shot to the face there. Use that left hand to land to the face, Walker. There you go. There you go, Walker. There you go. Now that he's thinking about that, now get up. Now get up, Walker. Get up. Yo, at the end of the day, we're in a situation where you've got Krylov with both legs wrapped around Johnny Walker's right leg. Johnny Walker's pressed up against the cage. He's trying to get up. Krylov is trying to land small shots, hand fighting his right arm with Walker's left arm. Walker should have seen that left punch there to go to earlier than I said it. Who the fuck am I? What do I know? You know? Well, it is what it is. You know, you have enough fights. You know what to see when you're looking at it. And sometimes in the moment, it's not easy to make that transition from one striking location to the other. And the best fighters have the best seamless transitions to know when to hit what and where. So let's see what Johnny Walker's got. He's not really in danger here, but this is an uncomfortable position he's got to get up from. Come on, get your legs under you and get up. Get up. No, he does not have a good position, but he's not in a bad position. Walker, I would try to with my free hand, if I was Walker, I would try to land some damage and then try to get up. Land damage and then burst into a get up because you have to distract somebody, right? R.I.P. Johnny. I don't know. I mean, you think Johnny Walker's dead because he's up against the cage right now like this? I don't know. I don't know. Is this enough to get it done? I don't know. Yeah, the over-under was 1.5. But I mean, so far I see these guys struggling, but I don't see anything crazy. Oh, big shot by Walker over the top. Come on, Walker, land another one. Big shot, follow with a short elbow next time, Walker. Let's go. Stiff jab, both guys. Let's go, guys. 1 minute, 20 seconds left. Walker, don't get lazy. Oh, keep your hands up, Walker. Keep your hands up. Oh, spinning back fist. Shots landed by both guys. Johnny Walker is keeping his hands way too low. That's a big mistake. His hands are way too low. He gets taken down. Krylov is on top. This is not looking good for Johnny Walker. Yes, he's a big guy. He has big shots. But his problem is he doesn't really defend himself. He doesn't really have his hands up when it comes to those shots. Damn. Come on, let's go, Walker. We're all got Walker. We like Walker. We want to see him do his thing. But Krylov, man, Krylov, this dude is fighting an excellent fight in round one. And I'm going to have to say that I think round one is going to Krylov. Even though I got money on Walker, I got to be honest, man. And that's why I'm a big advocate for taking underdogs because you never know what you're going to get in a fight, especially in a fight like this in an empty arena. I mean, maybe Johnny Walker's one of those guys that really gets amped up to fight by the crowd roaring because right now he's looking like he's being small packaged. I mean, this is something you would do to your little brother. So I don't know. This doesn't look good at all. This doesn't look good for Johnny Walker. But he survives and he's still alive. He's still alive. How much did we bet on Walker? Well, honestly, we're not going to bet big in a fight like this. I mean, this is, like we said, an unpredictable situation. When's the last time that you had UFC event with no crowd in the arena? Who knows what that's going to do in terms of the impact on the fight? So far, these fights have been all decisions. They've all gone the distance because I think that little bit of electricity, that little bit of intensity that's brought by the crowd is missing tonight. And I think that a good bet in a lot of these fights is probably to go to distance because the crowd electricity is not giving that extra adrenaline. So I think that, in my opinion, you can't bet heavy on fights that you have a crazy variable that you never heard of before, like an empty arena. I mean, that's an unknown variable. So these are all small bets. These are like what we call in professional gambling. These are called tracking bets, right? You bet something so that you remember the outcome, right? But you don't go heavy. This is not a heavy bet. I mean, how are you going to bet heavy? How are you going to bet heavy on the guy that just got knocked the fuck out his last fucking fight? Right? It's an entertainment bet. This is an entertainment bet. Johnny Walker, he does not protect his face enough. And I'm seeing his chin is open and Krylov is getting to it. And Krylov is going for the chin and then getting takedowns. Johnny Walker's in trouble and he needs to figure out a different game plan because his strategy of just going in there with peacock hair and being Diesel is not going to win. It might win in a modeling contest if you want to say who looks like they're going to win the fight. But, at the end of the day, this dude's getting worked. And I feel like this dude was he from Croatia or Ukraine, right? From the Ukraine. He's fighting with a Khabib-esque type of style, right? You see Look at the way that he's hugging Johnny Walker's leg within his legs. That's Khabib-esque. That's what Khabib does. Yeah. At the end of the day, these guys with these powerful hands, and at the same time they like climb you like a tree. That's the whole thing about why Khabib was wrestling bears, because bears, they use their legs the same as their arms in terms of the dexterity and mobility, and that's the way they climb the tree. So the way that these guys are able to put that squeeze on with their legs, that really makes Johnny Walker in a lot of bad positions. He hasn't been able to scramble up to his feet because his leg is always trapped. And then on top of it, anything in short, the accuracy and the efficiency of the punches by Krylov are better. He's just coming with better, more accurate short shots. These big looping punches by Johnny Walker, they've served him well in the past. But like I said, against a Khabib-esque type fighter, we're seeing a Khabib-esque type fight, which is him pretty much dominating this guy on top, right? I mean, Johnny Walker is still alive. He hasn't lost this fight, but he's got to do something. So the things that he could do is he could look for some kind of a submission. He could try to maybe grab an arm or get a choke or some kind of weird position like this, some kind of a choke, or maybe he could land an up kick, heel to the chin, up kick right there, heel to the chin, or some kind of a hammer fist to the jaw to get himself free and then land something else and follow it up. But he has to do something striking wise, and he has to do something and fast, because if he just keeps letting this guy get to him, he's eventually going to get to his back, because he's climbing him like a tree and he's trying to do a Khabib-esque strategy. So he's definitely going to be trying to come with a submission here. Shout out to the inside man, Willie Clemente. I think that the submission is the way for you to go in your Wimp to Warrior fight. It's hard to fucking knock somebody out, as well as the reality that when you go for a knockout, you leave yourself open to get knocked out. It's a lot safer for you in terms of percentages to go for a choke and to dominate in the ground position. So if I was Johnny Walker here, I'd be scrambling to get the fuck out of this. I don't know why he's not shrimping out of this. I mean, this is just ridiculous the way Johnny Walker is fighting this fight. I mean, I'm questioning his jiu-jitsu skills at this point, because this doesn't make sense. Squirt yourself up out of there. Squirt yourself up out of there already. What are you doing? There you go. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Now, do some damage. Let's land something. Short elbow from the top. Let's land the short elbow from the top, Johnny. Let's do that. He's going to try to posture up and land a large looping shot. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like that, man. Or take his back from this position, Johnny. Let's go. Oh, Krylov has the right idea with the way that he's landing shots. His shots so far are more deadly. He's getting this round too. This is a Krylov round so far. Johnny Walker and he's got your leg, man. You can't just get up without getting your leg off. There you go. Now land something. Land something hard to the face. Come on, let's go. Up and under. Up and under. Oh, man, you let him roll through? See, that's part of the strategy. When you're getting hit in your face, you change position and change where your face is at. You do the roll through. Krylov is a very technical fighter, but Johnny Walker, do some damage here while you got him in this position. There you go. Damage him up. Damage him up. Hit him. Hit him. That's what I'm talking about. That's what you got to do when you got him in a bad position. You got to make him pay. Oh, he just waited a second too long for that last downward elbow, right? Damn. Yeah, exactly. How are you going to bet big with fights like this with so much uncertainty? I mean, yes, there are always situations where if people in the camp, or you've been following a certain fighter and he's just, maybe you followed him in a different promotion, now he's on UFC and he's just unknown and he's on an undercard, you could bet that. But I would advise anybody out there, whenever there's a big variable in any gambling, to not fire the house on it. You just can't, because that variable later on could come back and get you. And when it might, or when it does, you're going to be like, oh, Lex Las Vegas told me about that, to watch out for that. And when you fire off small, I mean, it's always better, right? And just listen to this, right? It's always better to not bet and win than to bet and lose. Remember that. All right, so let's go here. Yo, Samuel, we're in round 3. In terms of what I see, Johnny Walker is really in trouble. He could be doing a little okie doke right now, but he looks like he's fucking limp. He looks like he's a mess. It looks like Krylov has gotten to him and he's out of energy. So I think that Johnny Walker's going to have to turn up the intensity if he's going to win us this money. But that's how it goes. You're going to win some, you're going to lose some. Walker's ghost again, rolling on top here. Come on, Walker. But what's he going to do from here? I would pop up backwards and try to go mount here and try to get my left elbow around his head. Yep. And try to land with that left elbow on the head. Hit him with that left elbow, Walker. I don't know. Can you knee somebody from that spot? Because he might be able to knee him right in the face. I don't know. If you're both on the ground, are you able to knee from that position? Because that would be an interesting position to knee somebody. Well, Walker looks like he's trying to get this mount, and he's got it. What can he do with it? Yo, Willie, bro, we got Johnny Walker, and we got him losing, and he's got the mount, and he gets out of it. Oh, come on. Come on, Johnny. You had that mount, you didn't do shit with it. Come on. 3.5 minutes to go. We need some activity here from Johnny Walker if he's going to make this happen. It's not looking good. He's looking like one of the biggest names on the card. He's also looking like he has no defense for a lot of these shots that he's eating. He had a couple opportunities at the end of last round to do something. Maybe he'll give himself some more. Maybe he can open up Krylov with some of these elbows. But if he doesn't, he's probably going to lose this to decision. Who you guys got winning the fight? What do you think? I definitely think the way to bet these fights is to go with the Brazilians across the board. Maybe even just go with the underdogs across the board, or the underdog Brazilians if you want to then, refine that search a little deeper. So that's what I would do. I think Johnny Walker has an ability to still win this fight, but so far I got him losing on the card to fucking Krylov here. That's just what it is. Big downward elbows by Johnny Walker. That does not feel good, to get an elbow on the top of your head. That does not feel good. What he's got to do, though, in my opinion, he's got to follow up those elbows with body movement, right? So if you're in a bad body position and you fire an elbow that you feel like lands, try to squirm out. Try to change your body position at the same time. Land something and move. And then when you move, when you find yourself in the next position, maybe land something else, move again. So that's what I like to see. But here he goes for the armbar. Oh, he gets his arm out. Oh, shit. Johnny Walker's jiu-jitsu leaves a lot to be desired. That is for sure. Johnny Walker is doing a lot of defense. I think that we have seen the last of Johnny Walker really being expected to be spectacular. I think that he came in, he made his name, he did his thing, and he's got to work on his technique. Well, prove me wrong, Walker. Prove me the fuck wrong, bro. Get up and knock this guy the fuck out. But from what I see, he's controlling the exchanges more than you are. He's able to land the short shots better than you can. And anything looping, he avoids and hits you with something. So you're just hugging. He's landing shots. I don't see how we're going to get a win for Walker here. I mean, this is a robbery if we get a win for Walker. Walker is getting abused here. He's getting abused. I mean, this is what Walker should be doing to Krylov. But you know what? I would say the difference from what I see in this fight is the Khabib-esque style of Krylov. Right now, I know without even seeing it that Krylov is hugging one of Walker's legs. And that's just something that enables you to maintain your opponent's position. Maybe something good for the inside man to work into his style. Maybe use your leg to hug his legs while you climb up his back to get that submission win, right? Let's look into what's working, and looks like using your legs to keep you connected to the opponent so that you can keep landing and he can't escape is a winning tactic. Who do you guys got winning that fight? I mean, go Johnny, but unfortunately, I don't see it that way. I mean, I wish. I'm gonna have to be honest, everybody. You know, what do you guys think? I hope so. I hope so, Jesus. I hope so, man. Because that's the only way we're getting it, and it's possible because I thought that Figueiredo definitely got robbed. So there's already been in my mind one robbery on this card. There could definitely be another one. Let's see how that goes. We are now awaiting the judge's decision. It went the distance. So, like I said, let me see. Where was that comment up here by Jesus? Yeah, the over-under was 1.5, right? And I made a comment earlier about thinking that the over-unders are going to be overs tonight because of the fact that the crowd intensity doesn't exist. There's no crowd electricity. There's no extra adrenaline by the roar of the crowd. And I think that we're going to see pretty much all decisions tonight, or more decisions than, well, it's usually more decisions than knockouts, but very few knockouts tonight. Let's say that. Let's put it politically as very few knockouts tonight. So far, we've seen none, right? So far, we've seen none all through the prelims, not a single knockout. And now we're several fights into the main card, not a single knockout. How many more fights are there even on the card? Here we go to the scorecard. Unanimous. Yeah, you know it's bad when Walker's already pointing to the other dude. Yo, this guy, he came with a Khabib-esque style of fighting, and it worked. He was able to avoid Johnny Walker's big looping shots, land short shots, get in on him tight, take him down, and climb him like a tree. And that's what happened. That was the distance. Well, that's how it goes. You're going to win some, you're going to lose some. And I think the approach that I'm going to be looking for the rest of these fights is distance and underdogs. So that's my opinion of what we're going to see for the rest of this UFC fight card. We're watching in Brazil without an audience. Don't forget, we're talking about this as a gambling event and how important it is to realize that when you have an outside factor changing up what's going on, it's a big deal. And it's a big deal that there's no audience. Johnny Walker is the type of guy that, maybe, punching somebody and getting them on their back foot with the crowd roaring is something that he needs in order to win a fight, because tonight there's no energy in the building. There's no energy in the building. I'm not complaining because thank you, Dana White, for even having fights tonight. We could be watching old 30 for 30s instead. So thank you, Dana White, for even having fights. But we have to acknowledge as bettors that the fact is that it's changing the dynamics of the fights, not having the crowd. And we cannot put big bets in or put bets in, So, no, it's not over. We have a bunch of fights left. Who won? Krylov won by decision, unanimous. He deserved it. He won that fight. That was a good victory for Krylov. Like I was saying, he fought a Khabib-esque type fight, meaning, he was able to keep constant pressure on one of Johnny Walker's legs from his ground game by squeezing it with his legs, climbing him as a bear would climb a tree. You are welcome. Welcome to Fight Conversations. Make sure to subscribe. We are going to be covering all these fights, but we will be taking intermissions in between the fights. Right now, it's time for a 420 intermission. If you smell my drift, and I'll be right back after this Fight Conversations. Make sure you subscribe because we're coming back for the next one.